On the news tonight, wife of Anambra State Governor Mrs. Soludo expresses shock over the death of Mrs. Iloka and calls for calm. State Emergency Management Agency intensifies sensitization in riverine areas on impending flooding. Federal government received international accreditation certificate to enhance agri-exports. Israeli police arrest suspects for shooting attack on bus in Jerusalem. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Wife of the governor of Anambra State, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has described the sudden demise of Mrs. Chidebere Iloka, wife of the now suspended Transition Committee Chairman of Nnewi North, Mr. Mbazulike Iloka, as heart-wrenching. Mrs. Iloka passed away on the morning of Sunday, August 7, 2022, in a complicated circumstance that is now under police investigation. The deceased had spent time with the governor's wife alongside wives of other TC chairmen on Friday, August 5, 2022, during one of Mrs. Soludo's week-long interactions with women groups across different social, political, and religious quarters in Anambra State. Speaking on her reaction after receiving the sad news, Mrs. Soludo said she is still dealing with the shock, having shared the same venue with the ever-vibrant Mrs. Iloka barely 2 days before her untimely passage. She said that though the deceased never showed any sign of illness during the last conversation, there is need for calm until authorities complete their investigations. The governor's wife further described the late Mrs. Iloka as a lively and easygoing woman who showed commitment to family and life. As the world marks the International Youth Day today, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, has described youth as an important component of the society and the backbone of every nation. In his goodwill message to the youths of the state as they joined their counterparts in celebrating their day, Right Honorable Okafor enjoined the federal government to map out solid youth empowerment programs to fix the youth into meaningful ventures. The Speaker, who commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for creating an enabling environment for the youths and the state to showcase their potential and earn a living, assured that the state legislature would continue to enact laws and resolutions aimed at improving the status of the youths of the state. He expressed satisfaction that Anambra State is leading the nation's campaign on youth inclusiveness in governance, adding that both the state executive council and state legislature have a record of over 80% youth membership, respectively. Right Honorable Okafor, while urging the youths in the state to shun acts capable of debasing their integrity, such as political thuggery, rape, and other vices, advised them to uphold those virtues that will guarantee them a brighter future. The State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, has organized the one-day sensitization meeting for flood-prone communities in Anambra. The early warning interactive session held at Atani, Ogbari local government area, was in collaboration with local emergency management committees and was aimed at enlightening and educating the public on proactive measures to be taken against risks and dangers associated with flood disaster. Correspondent Odinaka Mwolisa reports.
Obaru Council area has remained one of the most vulnerable flood-prone communities in the state, with persistent issue of flooding over the years. Interacting with stakeholders, resident generals and community leaders, the state coordinator, local emergency management committee, Honorable Nnamdi Esmail, observed that the early warning alarm had become imperative to expose participants on the adverse effects of flooding in communities and precautionary measures to curb the hardship and economic losses. According to him, the huge investment of the state government on urban renewal projects and health sector will go down the drain if there is no collaborative effort with stakeholders in the state. He, among others, cautioned against man-made disaster, lamenting that flooding has mostly retarded academic calendar in the area, reminding community leaders to complement government efforts by encouraging proper waste disposal.
Ọ ka anyị kọwalụ ndị obodo anyị ife gbasara iji na mmiri. So na ozi anyị kpọrọ ndị obodo, ndị anyị kpọrọ okwu a bụ the PGs, the women leaders, the youth leaders and the rest of them and the stakeholders in the communities. Ka enwe ike bụrụ ozi a kọwalụ ndị obodo mkpa ọ dị na anyị ga na-edebe ebe anyị bi ọcha, na anyị ga na-ewepụ mmiri n'ide mmiri, na nke kacha nke na ịlụchi ụlọ.
Contributing, the President General of Umuozu Community, Mr. Cyril Ezekwel, advocated for dredging and piling of River Niger to checkmate flooding in the area. A section of participants in their suggestions identified inauguration of sanitation committee in various communities as progressive measures in assisting the government. From Atani Obaru Council Headquarters, Odinaka Wolisa reporting.
The Metropolitan Archbishop of Onitsha, Most Reverend Valerian Okeke, said student nurses at College of Nursing Sciences, St. Charles Borromeo Specialist Hospital, Onitsha, are given holistic education in order to stand out in a society. Staff reporter Ogochukwu Arano reports.
Archbishop Okeke, who stated this during the matriculation capping ceremony of SET 2021 at the college premises, charged them to maintain the culture of excellence they are known for and thanked the management and staff of the college for the efforts which made the student nurses to score 100% in their final professional qualifying examination. The Chancellor of Catholic Archdiocese of Onitsha, Very Reverend Father Prudent Tusaro, who represented Archbishop Okeke at the ceremony, in a homily which ushered in the matriculation, spoke on the fundamental messages of Feast of Transfiguration of Jesus Christ, which coincided with the college event, urged Christians to relate with God through prayer.
Before Jesus died on the cross in John chapter 19 verse 30, it is finished. So I'm so putting when I Jesus Christi with an animal to go. If I basically be through the channel of the celebration.
The manager of St. Charles Borromeo College of Nursing Sciences, Reverend Father Fidelis Wanze, who records the challenges and successes recorded on the school, thanked Archbishop Okeke for his huge support to the college and for attracting humanitarians from Hungary who are constructing a 5-story building for male hostel and administrative blocks, soliciting for more support for the project.
College of Nursing Sciences, St. Charles Borromeo Specialist Hospital, Onitsha. Well, when Nabata, His Grace, Most Reverend Valerian Maduko Okeke.
In an address of welcome, the provost of the college, Dr. Henrietta Okedo, announced that the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria has approved the intake of 100 students in the college as against the initial 50 because of the fiscal structure, available human resources and the performance of the students. The class representative of SET 2021, Stella Mozie, who thanked Archbishop Okeke for his foresight and vision for the college, also commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for ensuring that Anambra State meets the standard of academics worldwide, appealing for a school bus, notebook computers, and funds for the ongoing project in their college.
To the humanitarians from Hungary, whose kind gesture has extended to this noble institution, we say thank you for the massive building work going on in our college, especially our male hostel project. We appreciate you.
A cross-section of students also bet their minds on the journey so far. The event attracted personalities from the health sector, including Director of Nursing Services, Anambra State, Mrs. Perpetua Anene, Mr. Celestine Mweke, who was the chairman on the occasion, Coordinator, Health Services of Onitsha Archdiocese, Very Reverend Father Basil Ekunife, Chief Executive Officer, St. Charles Borromeo Specialist Hospital, Reverend Father Izunna Okonkwo, Head of Department Nursing Sciences, UNIZIC, Associate Professor Clementina Nwankwo, former Anambra State Head of Service, Mr. Harry Udu, among others. Tapping of the matriculants, Nurses Pledge, recognition of best brains, cultural dance, among others, featured during the event. Ogochukwu Orano for ABS News.
The Southeast executive members of the Radio, Television, Theatre and Arts Workers Union of Nigeria, RATAU, has appreciated Governor Chukwuma Soludo for appointing their own Sechido Bidegu as the Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS. The association expressed its appreciation during a courtesy call on Sechido in his office in Oka. Correspondent Blessing Uchendo reports.
In his remark, the Vice President of RATAU Southeast Zone, Prince Emeka Kalu, who led the delegation, while thanking Governor Soludo for considering Sechido competent and worthy of the position, expressed optimism that he will deliver as he has over the years proven his mettle in the industry. Prince Kalu further noted that the essence of the visit was to introduce newly elected executives from the national, state and chapels for familiarization, even as they pledged their full support and cooperation to the betterment of the organization and union.
In Anambra State, from the state council to all the chapters, ESCOs were newly elected. They were elected just before you came on board. So we felt we should come and introduce them to you so you know the people you relate with. If they come to you and say they are RATAU members, today we are the people that supervise their election. State council supervises chapter. National supervise the state. So I have come to introduce them to you. When we leave here, the next one will be Enugu State. We'll go and do that of Enugu. That's why Enugu people have come. We'll go do their own and introduce them to the people there. So it's very simple to come and say congratulations to your house, to your home, because this is where you belong by virtue of having anchored everything RATAU have done.
Responding, the ABS boss, Sechido, thanked the union for identifying with him and assured that he would not disappoint. He reminded them that the present administration is committed to transforming Anambra State into a prosperous and livable state and advised them to continue to work as a team. According to him, unionism promotes human capacity for effective delivery.
You know, we have a governor who believes so much in professionalism. He has a tall dream. You know, we keep talking about this is dream. He's gradually achieving this dream of building a livable, prosperous, secure, clean and green homeland. Members of the board management of ABS, they are present. And providentially, the members of the board of RATAU, ladies and gentlemen, I am actually delighted to have you here. Also continue to seek your mentorship.
On ground to receive the delegation was the management of the establishment, while the national woman leader of RATAU, Comrade Viola Ibe, National Officer Southeast, Comrade Ifeanyi Sunday, and the State Chairman of RATAU, Mrs. Maureen Stone Enujoke, among others, were among the delegation. In Oka, Blessing Uchendo, ABS News.
Still to come on the news, federal government receives international accreditation certificate to enhance agro-export. Israeli police arrest suspect for shooting attack on a bus in Jerusalem. And here is a special message. The Anambra cannot allow criminal elements to hold the state and the people to ransom. Donate generously to the Anambra State Security Trust Fund, which has been set up to raise money for combating insecurity in the state. A commercial break beckons. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Traveling? You deserve the absolute best. Enjoy maximum comfort in our new buses with more legroom, reclinable seats, onboard entertainment, and much more. Pick your preferred seat. Choose your preferred schedule. Travel on your terms. Ready for a premium ride driven by the best captains out there? Book now.
Welcome back. The federal government has received the International Organization for Standardization Accreditation Certificate on behalf of the Nigerian Stored Products Research Institute, an agency under the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. This is said would help curb the rejection of Nigerian agro products by foreign nations, describing the ISO certification of the NSPIR laboratory headquartered in Ilorin, Kwara State as a milestone achievement. The Minister of State for Agriculture and Rural Development, Mustafa Shehuri, disclosed this in Abuja after receiving the ISO accreditation certificate on behalf of the federal government. Explaining the functions of the NSPRI, the minister said what it does essentially is to check the quality of agricultural produce going out of this country and ensure that they comply with all specifications. Shehuri further stated that agricultural goods meant for export passing through the laboratory will be of global standards. The Executive Director, NSPRI, Patricia Pesu, noted that with improved funding over the last 4 years, the institute embarked on the rehabilitation of laboratories and started the ISO accreditation process about 3 years ago. The Transition Committee Chairman for Onitsha South Area Council, Mr. Emeka Oji, has pledged his commitment to deliver on the mandate of restoring the area to its lost glory. Mr. Oji stated this at the sensitization exercise on demolition of illegal structures within the markets in the area. Odinaka Nwolisa has the details.
The sensitization exercise took him and the team around Port Harcourt Road, Obo Road, Bridgehead Market, Allied Tools Market, Obosisi Market, and other areas. While inspecting some of the buildings constructed along drainage channel, the chairman gave the traders 14 days to 2 weeks deadline to evacuate the drainage and remove wells displayed on top of the drainage channels to enhance free flow of flood. According to him, the exercise had become necessary in line with Governor Soludo's urban renewal initiative for a livable and prosperous homeland, and announced that his administration targets service delivery impact with the vision of addressing infrastructural problems in the area. He revealed that plans for the establishment of fire service station, health facility across all the markets in Onitsha South, as well as provision of ultra-modern playground for recreational activities for the citizenry. Among the areas visited in his familiarization exercise were Live Breweries PLC, where he cautioned against land encroachment beyond government-approved boundary. At most of the areas penciled for demolition, Honorable Oji gave a marching order, issuing 14 days ultimatum to close down the places, failure to comply to the 2 weeks directive. Similarly, at the Bridgehead Market, Honorable Oji pleaded with the chairman of the market, Mr. Chukwu Netan Dubisi, to assist him on the issue of environmental sanitation of the market.
Our plan just started. We've toured around all the whole market, the whole road, all the encroachment, the whole infrastructures, illegal structures, and some of them we gave them 14 days notice, some 1 month notice. So we are serious about it. Our Governor Soludo is serious about it. You can see when you go back and play and revise what we went through, what we saw, a number of people will see it. And by the time we come back, something different will start.
Israeli police say they have arrested a suspect in a shooting attack on a bus in Jerusalem's old city that wounded at least 8 people. The attack took place in the early hours of today as the bus carrying Israelis waited in a parking lot near the Western Wall, a holy prayer site for Jews. The victims included a 35-year-old pregnant woman, according to the Times of Israel newspaper. It also reported another round of shooting in a parking lot in the area. A suspect later turned himself into Israeli authorities, according to a statement by the police, which did not identify him. Israeli forces had entered the nearby Palestinian neighborhood of Silwan in pursuit of the suspected attacker. The attack in Jerusalem followed a tense week between Israel and Palestinian fighters in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. Last week, Israeli fighter jets conducted raids on Gaza, targeting the Palestinian armed group Islamic Jihad after arresting one of its leaders in the West Bank. In our sports, boxing legend Mike Tyson does not believe that Anthony Joshua can defeat Alexander Usyk when the two meet in their upcoming title rematch in a few days. The two-time heavyweight champion is set to face the Ukrainian for a second time next Saturday as he attempts to win back the WBA, IBF and WBO heavyweight world titles that he lost to him last year, September. And many experts and fans believe the rematch will be a very difficult battle for Joshua. Usyk won the first fight impressively across all rounds, but Joshua had changed his entire training team to try and reverse the result. The former boxing legend advised Joshua to deal with Usyk's jab and also keep the pressure on if he hopes to come away with a favorable result. Since the last September, Joshua parted with long-term coach Rob McCracken and instead sided with new coach Robert Garcia. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points. Wife of Anambra State Governor Mrs. Soludo has expressed shock over the death of Mrs. Iloka and has called for calm. State Emergency Management Agency has intensified sensitization in riverine areas on impending flooding. Federal government has received international accreditation certificates to enhance agro-export. Israeli police have arrested suspect for shooting attack on a bus in Jerusalem. And here is a special message before we go. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's a wrap on the news for today. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Good night and stay blessed.